Let us pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So do you remember the stages of purification? Through different various stages, a being is purified. Meaning we have to practice in certain way. Like the example, if we want to go from here to Kathmandu, and if there are no direct way, you have to change cars, maybe 7 places. There are 7 stations. Okay, from here you go to the health post. Then from the health post you take 1 bus. Maybe you go up to Mude. You have lunch in Mude. After that you have to get another car. That car will take you to Khadi Chor. Then Khadi Chor you have to get another bus. Like that 7 bus you have to change if you want to reach to Kathmandu. Similarly, if you want to go to Nibbana, if you want to reach to Nibbana, there are 7 practices which makes one's mind purified in stages. Stages, with different stages it is being purified. Then on the 7th purification, only one can be able to realize Nibbana. So the meaning is, if you skip some stage, you have to go from here to Kathmandu, but you never go to health post. You say, I will get the bus here, the bus will come here, and you wait. The whole day if you wait, the bus will never come here, right? 1 life, 2 life, 3 life, if you keep waiting, nothing will happen. You cannot move even a simple step. Similarly, if people or if we do not practice in this order according to these stages, if we skip a part, it is like we are missing 1 station. When we miss 1 station, then we cannot go to the next station. If we cannot arrive to the next station, we cannot get the bus over there to go to our destination. So if we have Sila, Sila, purification of Sila, what does it purify? What does Sila purify? The purification of bodily and mental, verbal action. So the work of Sila is to purify your bodily action and purify your verbal action. When those are purified, then only we can move to the next step, which is purification of the mind, Citta Visuddhi. Because of what dhammas our mind is always defiled, You can say Lobha, Dosa, Moha. In other words, we can also say the 5 hindrances, Pancha Nivarana. Kama, Chanda, Vyapada, Thina, Middha, Uddhacca, Kukucca, Vichikicca. These 5 Nivaranas, sensual desire, ill will or anger, then Thina, Middha, sloth and torpor, Uddhacca, Kukucca, restlessness and worry. And the last one is skeptical doubt. These 5 dhammas make one's mind impure. These are the 5 dhammas which make the mind impure. So with purification of mind, we suppress these dhammas. And because of practicing concentration, these dhammas will be suppressed. They will not be a burden to the mind. They cannot give us trouble. Only when these nivaranas have been suppressed, then our mind is ready to have wisdom. Without the nivaranas being suppressed, our mind cannot have wisdom. Okay, just imagine, nowadays people say, oh, I want to practice vipassana directly. I don't want to practice concentration, right? Many people, they have that idea. Without practicing concentration, they want to practice vipassana directly. They think attaining jhana is difficult, but attaining maggaphala is easy. Attaining jhana is difficult, but attaining maggaphala is easy, so they want to practice vipassana directly. So what to say? If one cannot attain jhana, how can one attain maggaphala? Jhana is very easy compared to nibbana. Jhana is very easy. So, those kind of people, we should advise them in this way. Jhana is easier to attain than maggaphala. You should try to attain jhana first. Then you should try for maggaphala. But, okay, they don't have this kind of idea. They don't want to attain concentration. They don't want to make their mind calm. So, if we skip this practice, let's say, purification of mind, Citta Visuddhi, we skip this practice, then, okay, people will try to practice vipassana directly. They want to practice vipassana, but they have many wandering thoughts. How can they practice vipassana? How can they understand the 5 aggregates which are so subtle, so deep to understand with wandering thought? They try to meditate 1 hour, maybe 40-45 minutes they have wandering thought. Maybe 5-10 minutes they can pay attention to the body. And what they are paying attention is also very gross body, very gross body, maybe pain here, pain there, tension here, very gross body. They cannot penetrate into ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality. Why? Because their mind is not yet ready to penetrate these dhammas. They have many wandering thoughts. They have many defilements in the mind. They still have nivaranas in their mind. So how can a mind have wisdom if it still have nivarana? If it still have hindrances, how can a mind have wisdom? It is just general. Even if we think with logical wisdom, we can understand. If you have hindrances, why are they called hindrances? They are called hindrances because they are hindering your practice. They are hindering your wisdom. They are blocking your wisdom to understand the dhammas correctly. So a mind full of hindrances, people want to practice vipassana directly. Then, even they meditate for many years, many 100 years, if the mind still have hindrances, it is not easy to realize nibbana. It is impossible. Because the mind is not ready, never ready. Even they can meditate many tens of years. They will have some experience, maybe some piti, some sukha, only that. Cannot go beyond those experiences. Why? Because they miss one station already. They did not practice the station of purification of mind. They want to jump directly to view, purification of view. So, only based on sila, they are trying to purify their view without concentration. So, if we won't miss one station, what happens? We cannot purify our view, because purification of view is based on the concentration of mind. The Buddha himself have always said, Samadhing bhikkhave bhavetha, samahito bhikkhave bhikkhu yatha bhutang bhajanati. Bhikkhus, you should develop concentration. Only a mind which has concentration can see the dhammas as they really are. So, We can understand, if you do not have concentration, you cannot understand the dhammas. You cannot understand nama, you cannot understand rupa as they really are. You will still have wrong view regarding nama and rupa. So your view is always wrong. You will have wrong view. So in order to have right view, this stage is very important. Purification of mind. The mind should be purified with hindrances, purified of hindrances, should not have any hindrances in the mind. So at what stage do our hindrances completely suppress? When we are meditating, at this stage of excess concentration. The power of excess concentration has the ability to suppress hindrances. So, based on this understanding, purification of mind starts from excess concentration. Only when you can attain either excess concentration or jhana, then the mind is purified of hindrances. You don't have hindrances anymore. You don't have wandering mind. Wherever you can stay with your object for a long time. Okay, then the mind is ready. The mind is very bright. The mind is very calm, very peaceful and very bright. Then, then you finish the second step, second station. You reach to the third station. Until and unless you experience that, you have to go on the second station. Sometimes the road might be very bad. So maybe it will take some long time for some people to reach another station. Or sometimes the road is very good, so some people can reach the other station very fast. It's depend on the road and also depend on the driver. If the driver can drive fast, they can reach the another station quickly. If the driver is very slow, then it will take long time. Who is the driver? We ourselves are the driver. How skillful you are in calming down your mind. In order to attain jhana, you should not think about parami. You should not think about parami. You should only think about skillfulness. Why? Because every being in their past, they have attained jhana. They have reached to Brahma realm. It can be far or near, depends. But all the beings in this world, they have reached to Brahma realm in one of their existences. Even, you can see many small ants, many spiders. One of their past life, they have become a Brahma. The samsara is so long, they have become a Brahma. So, in order to become a Brahma, we should have practiced jhana. So, you should believe in yourself. In my past, I have already done this. Not one time, not two times, many times. So now also, I can do. You should have this belief in you. And usually in our monastery, Sayadaw teaches with anapana to this purification of mind. So based on sila, either you can take 5 sila, 8 sila, 10 sila, up to you. Based on this sila, bhikkhu have bhikkhu sila, Sayale have Sayale sila, Samanera have Samanera sila, right? Lay people have lay people sila. So based on this sila, we start our meditation. We start our practice. So there are 40 subjects, 40 meditation subjects the Buddha have advised us for purification of mind. For this Citta Visuddhi, we can use any one of these 40 meditation subjects. So out of these 40 meditation subjects, 30 meditation subject can attain up to jhana level. 10 cannot take you to jhana. 10 only can take you to excess concentration. So out of these 40, 30 can lead up to jhana. 10 can lead up to excess concentration. So any object is okay. Any object is okay to practice in purification of mind in this station. Usually people practice Anapana. Why? It is always with us. So it is easy for us to maintain our mindfulness because the breath is always with us here. Wherever we go, we have the breath always with us. So actually doing Anapana, practicing Anapana is very simple. But it is us who make it complicated. Thinking too much, doing too much. Actually, the Buddha taught Anapana very simple. Sato va asasati, sato va pasasati. Very simple. Okay, even before practicing, what did the Buddha taught? Do you remember Mahasatipatthana Sutta Anapanapabba? Okay, you should go to a peaceful place, right? You should go to a peaceful place with no sound. Why? Because for beginner meditators, sound can be disturbance to concentration. So we should not have a place where there is a lot of crowd, a lot of people making noise. We should not go in that place. We should stay with secluded area, Kaya viveka, Citta viveka. You should stay alone. You should also, not making noise, meditating in solitude does not mean, okay, you just stay in one silent room. Also meaning is for yourself. If you are talking too much with others, that is also not seclusion. So if you are practicing concentration, you should not talk too much. If you are talking with others, then what happens? You are breaking your own concentration. Talking is one of the main problem of practicing concentration. If you can remain silent and practice, your concentration will not break. But if you are talking, always talking, then you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. Your concentration will be weaker and weaker, weaker and weaker. So that is the meaning. Sunya ghara gatova, rukhamulla gatova, aranya gatova. You should stay in a peaceful place, quiet place. We always think maybe the sound is from outside. No, also inside. The sound also comes from inside. So outside also should be quiet, inside also should be quiet. If you are not quiet inside and outside, then you are not in a silent place. So you cannot develop your concentration. That is the most important thing. That's why the Buddha said it in the first place. Even before sitting, even before teaching how to sit, he taught you should be silent. Only if it is necessary, you can talk a little bit. Just 1 word, 2 word, talk, and you do your own thing. Otherwise, you can never be successful in concentration. If you have a habit of talking, always talking, then that talking will break your concentration. So you can check yourself. What is the reason I cannot progress in meditation? Maybe it is my mind or maybe it is my mouth. You can check yourself. Then the second thing the Buddha advises us is to sit. How should we sit? Cross-legged is the best way, because when we sit cross-legged, our upper body is very stable. If we sit in other posture, easily pain can arise and the body is not stable. So we should sit cross-legged. The hips should be higher than the knees. Why the hips should be higher than the knees? Because if your hips are higher, then the backbone is straight. It is easy for the back to remain straight. The commentary here gives us, what they say is the 18 bone in our backbone should be on top of each other. Just like you put a brick one brick over another brick, another brick, another brick. So if there is 18 brick, if you just put one on top of other, it does not need support from anything. It can stand straight, right? Similarly, your back, if one bone and another bone are completely on top of each other, then your muscle do not have to use energy to make them straight. Your nerves also will not be stretched. So all the muscle in your back can relax. All the nerves, all the tissue are also not stretched. Because of this reason, you will not have painful feeling easily. If you have painful feeling in the body, you cannot have concentration. The commentary mentions this. If you have painful feeling in the body, before you cannot pay attention to your meditation subject for a long time. Why? Because the mind keeps on going in the pain. So, because of this reason, we should remove any pain from the body. So the Buddha taught us, Ujjung Kayang Panidhaya. You should put your body straight. Should not lean. If you lean, what happens? Easy to sleep. Your body is also not straight. Your virya is also down. That's why the Buddha always say, Ujjung Kayang Panidhaya. Should not lean. If you lean and meditate, okay, easy to fall asleep. If you stretch too much, also easily pain will arise. So you should know the balance, you should try to feel your backbone and adjust it properly and just let go. When you adjust your bone and let go, your body straight. Your body can sit straight. No need any energy. Then your neck also straight. If you have habit of bending a neck a little bit, then pain will arise here because stretching. After a few hours, you will have pain in the back. Here or here, this area. So you should pay attention to your neck also. So you should have this habit. Always before meditation, close your eyes and try to relax your body. If there is some stretching, some stress, some tension, you relax. You adjust your posture. Then when your whole body is relaxed, then you know, okay, pain will not arise in me for a long time. If you know that, then you can pay attention to your meditation subject. Here, Satova Asasati, Satova Pasasati. So with mindfulness, you just pay attention to the breath. With mindfulness, it goes in, so you just know. With mindfulness, it comes out, you just know. Concentration is the ability to keep our mind in one object. It is just the ability to keep your mind here. Okay, you just put your mind here. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, like that. You don't have to do anything else. But usually many meditators, they try to do. When you try to do something, you are making your mind agitated. So you should be very careful. You should not try to do anything. You just keep your mind here and know the breath. If it comes in, just know, in. If it goes out, just know, out. In and out. You should not follow inside. You should not follow outside. That is the rule. Pusso kase. Sating tapetwa bhaven tasseva pana bhavana sampajati. This is the rule in Anapana. You should know this rule. When the breath come in, it touch somewhere. When the breath go out, it also touch somewhere. So you should put your mindfulness on this place where the breath touch, and you should know the breath. If you can just do this, your bhavana sampajati, your meditation will be successful. You don't have to do anything else. Just put your mind here. When it comes in, okay, it touch here, so you put here. It comes in, you know, in breath. It goes out, you know, out breath. Just do that repeatedly, again and again, again and again, again and again. Then your mind will be calm and calm. If you have wandering thought, okay, bring back. Again put here. If you have another thought, bring back. So if you are practicing in this way continuously, then your mind will be peaceful. Your mind can stay with the breath for a long time. Actually doing Anapana is very simple. If you keep it simple, it is very simple. But if you start thinking, oh, maybe this is not natural breath, or maybe I am breathing by myself, maybe it is not natural, or maybe I'm feeling some sensation here, maybe it is not correct, like that. If you are thinking too much, then that is not the way to practice. It is the ability to keep our mind only on the breath. So as long as you are aware of the breath, you are doing correctly, you are doing properly. So, before meditation, you should be careful. You should be in a quiet place. That is very important. Outside also should be quiet, inside also should be quiet. Then your body you should be relaxed. You should not have any painful feeling before meditation. Then you keep your mind in the breath. Just know the breath when it touches. Just know the breath in that touching area and just continuously keep on knowing. Like a gatekeeper. He just sit in the gate and he does not do anything, someone come inside, he just report, check, one person come in. Someone go outside, he just check, this person go out. He never talk with this person. He never think, oh, where are you going inside? Where are you going outside? He never follows. What is his job? He just sit in the gate and he just mark, right? One person come in, one person go out. This person come in, that person go out. Just marking. So doing Anapana is also like being a gatekeeper. So the gate is the nose. The person is the breath. And your sati is the gatekeeper. So you just know in breath and out breath, in breath and out breath. The commentary give many steps how to know the breath properly. Ganana, Anubandhana, Pusana, Thapana, in this way. If you study the commentary, they have break it down into many different layers how we should know the breath. But if you can just naturally keep the mind here and know the breath, it is quite enough. If you cannot, if you have too much wandering thought, then you can count. In breath, out breath, 1. In breath, out breath, 2. In this way, Ganana. So until how long you should do Ganana? Unless you will not miss a single breath in one sitting, you should count. That is the instruction given by commentary. So if you have 1 hour session, if you are doing Ganana, the whole 1 hour, if you do not miss a single breath, then your Ganana is successful. Many yogis, they just count 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they stop Ganana. Then they move to next step. That is also not proper. Until and unless the whole session you do not miss a single breath, you should count. Then, when you can reach that stage, with counting, 1 hour you do not miss a single breath, then you can go to the next step, Anubandhana, which is, you let go of counting now. When you let go of counting, you just know the breath. With counting 1 hour, you can stay with the breath without any thoughts. So now without counting, you can stay for 1 hour without any thoughts. You should try in that way. When you can do that, the breath will become subtle and subtle, subtle and subtle. So when that happens, you should try to know the subtle breath, detail, not so detailed, but you should know the subtle breath, whole body of the subtle breath. If you can just fix your mind on this subtle breath, just fix, then you don't have to do anything. Now it's just your time is to wait. Don't change anything, don't do anything. Just fix your mind on this subtle breath for a long time. So if 1 hour you can do without any thoughts, without wandering mind, then you should increase 2 hours, then you should increase 3 hours. In this way you should increase. If you can increase up to 2 hours, if you can sit 2 hours without any wandering mind, for sure you will get concentration. You will start to have a nimitta. Even within 1 hour you will get nimitta. If you can just do counting method for 1 hour without wandering mind, without missing a single breath, you will already have brightness. Okay, you let go counting, just stay with the breath. If you can do that for 1 hour, you will start to have nimitta. Although you have nimitta, you should just pay attention to the breath continuously. The nimitta will become brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. But you just stay with the breath until the nimitta and the breath unifies. When it unifies, you still should stay in the breath. Although it unifies, okay, here you will see the nimitta here together with the breath. You should not hurriedly switch. You just stay with the subtle breath. Then when your concentration is deep, when your mind is ready, the breath slowly becomes subtle, subtle, subtle. The breath will disappear from your mind. You will just know the nimitta naturally. When you can know the nimitta naturally, the breath disappear. Actually not disappear, but only in your mind. The breath disappear and only the nimitta remain. When you experience that, okay, the mind naturally shift into nimitta. The mind will stick in this nimitta. When the mind can stick in this nimitta, okay, slowly you will not know anything. You will only know the nimitta. Your surrounding will disappear. Your body will disappear. You will forget you are meditating in meditation hall, or you will forget that you are sitting in your kuti. You will forget everything. You will only know one thing, this nimitta. So that we call jhana. You will not know anything. You will forget everything. You will just know this. Sometimes if it's strong, you will even forget you are meditating. You will only know the nimitta. Very strong absorption. You will forget you are sitting in the mahal, or you are sitting in your kuti, or you are doing, you are sitting cross-legged, your hand is like this, your body like this. Those kind of things will never appear in your mind. Nothing will appear. Your mind naturally absorbed in the nimitta. Just stay with this, stuck in here. Cannot move, cannot do anything, just stuck. Absorption, that is called absorption. That is called jhana. This is called Citta Visuddhi. So when you can have this concentration, you will not have hindrances. If you sit for 1 hour, the mind will not have hindrances. If you sit for 2 hours, 2 hours, the mind will not have any nivarana. You will not have a kama chanda, vyapada, uddhacha, kukucha, thina, mida, nothing. If you sit for 1 hour, that is perfect 1 hour of meditation. If you sit for 2 hours, 2 hours will be perfect meditation. In this way, this is the practice of Citta Visuddhi. We are purifying our mind, purifying so that hindrances cannot come. When this happens, when you can attain this level of concentration, it is very easy for you to be happy. You will not need any friends. You will not need to talk with this person or that person. You can just close your eyes and be happy. Your best friend is here. This will be your best friend. The nimitta will become your best friend. This one I not give any detail practice. I just want to keep it very short. But generally, these are the steps you can apply. If I make it too detailed, then you will get even more confusion with Anapana. Usually people have that problem. I see many people, they make Anapana very complicated, thinking too much about the breath. Should I see like this? The breath go in from here, come out from here, go in from here, come out from here. Bhante, what to do? Thinking too much. Just know the breath. Why are you thinking go in from here, go out from here? you know. So that's why I just want to make it very simple. If you just know the breath in this area, just continue to keep on knowing the breath, because concentration is the ability to keep knowing one object. So if you are knowing the breath here, okay, enough. No matter the breath is long, short, heavy, small, this, that is okay. But there is another rule when the nimitta starts to appear. Na neva varnato manasika tabang, na lakhanato pacha vikitabang. This is another rule we should understand. So before nimitta arise, the rule is pusso kase sating thapetva bhaventaseva bhavana sampajati. Only this rule you can follow. You can keep your mind on the touching point and continuously know the breath. If you just do that, your concentration will improve. Then when nimitta starts to appear, what is the rule? Neva varnato manasitabang. You should not pay attention to the color, shape, size and form. Someone say, oh, his nimitta is white, my nimitta is blue, something wrong. Or someone, there was one yogi, I think last year. She have nimitta already, but she have doubt with her nimitta. Why? Because she read the book, Saroji's Knowing and Seeing book. And there Saroji just generally mentioned, like the morning star, sun, moon, just he gave example. But she want her nimitta to be like that. Bhante, my nimitta not like the morning star. So this is not nimitta, She cannot accept that it is nimitta, so she stopped her practice. But that's why we should know this rule. We should not pay attention to color, shape, size and form. Neva varnato manasi tabang, na lakhanato pacha veki tabang. Also, you should not pay attention to the characteristics of this, There are two kinds of characteristics, sabhava lakhana, samanya lakhana. So those characteristics also we should not do. General characteristics and universal characteristics. So if you pay attention to general characteristics of, here, the breath and nimitta together. If you pay attention, this is air pushing this, that, you are paying attention to general characteristic. Hot, cold, pushing, supporting, sensation. So all these are general characteristics. If you pay attention to that, you cannot have concentration with anapana. Then universal characteristics is the characteristics of anicca, dukkha and anatta. The breath come in, finish, anicca. The breath go out, finish, anicca, like that. Dukkha or anatta, my mind cannot stay on the breath, so dukkha. This is dukkha, suffering, like that. You should not pay attention to these qualities, these characteristics. Or you see in the nimitta, when it is not stable, for many yogi it can keep on changing, sometimes bright, sometimes dim, sometimes big, sometimes small. See, anicca, changing. So you should not pay attention in this way. You just pay attention as breath here, whatever the nimitta is, you don't care. You know the breath and nimitta already unify, but your object is still the breath, in breath and out breath. Just continuously know the subtle breath. Until the breath will disappear, only the nimitta remain and your mind naturally will absorb into this nimitta. You should not, you don't have to do anything. First jhana happens automatically. You don't have to do anything to achieve first jhana. For second jhana, third jhana, you have to have intention. You have to practice a certain way to go to higher jhana. But first jhana is natural. You just pay attention to the breath. the nimitta will come, the nimitta will unify here. But you keep on paying attention to the breath. When the nimitta is very strong, very bright, when your mind is ready, when your concentration is ready, naturally you cannot ignore this nimitta. It is so bright, so strong, it will pull, here, it will pull the mind. Then you will let go of the breath, you will enter into this. Your mind will be absorbed into this nimitta. When that happens, when absorption happens, you will forget everything. You will only know one object, which is the nimitta. Everywhere there is, the mind only knows this nimitta. You will forget you have body. You will forget, there is Dhamma hall. You will not know anything, only this nimitta. So this is called the practice of purification of the mind. So with Anapana, you can do in this way. If you do Kashina, then it is a little bit different. It's not like Anapana. So if you want to practice Kashina, okay, you should make one Kashina. Any object. If your mind is strong here, this also is quite okay. You can see, like the Bodhisattva in the Jataka. He is teaching to the king, but he paying attention to the white umbrella. Just looking at the umbrella, he can take the Kashina Nimitta, attain up to 4 jhana. If someone have good parami with Kashina, any color is okay. Even the flower is okay. But for beginner, okay, you can make your own round shape object. Usually can be around one span. One span and maybe 4 finger, this much, quite big. One span, 4 finger should be the diameter. For beginner yogis, it is easier. So in Kashina, the rule is you should not pay attention outside this circle. So you should pay attention to this circle, should not pay attention outside. Just pay attention to this circle. Then you close your eyes, try to see. With your eyes closed, remember this circle. Again, open eyes, close eyes, open eyes, close eyes. In this way, you should do again and again, again and again, again and again, until you can see the same Kashina with your closed eyes. So outside, we call Parikamma Nimitta. When you can close eyes and see something white, if it's white, you can see white. If you are making earth Kashina, you will see earth. But this one will not be like the outside one. No, it is mind-made. So it will have some impurities. Maybe not so bright, have some impurities. So we call it Uggaha Nimitta. So you keep on concentrating on this again and again. Just do not look outside this Kashina. That is the rule. So just pay attention to one area and just see. Continuously pay attention. You can note earth, or white in this way. So it will become brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. When it becomes Patibhaga Nimitta, it will be like it will be with no faults. Very pure, very smooth, very pure, very shiny. So that is the quality of Patibhaga Nimitta. So when this Kashina is very pure, very bright, very shiny, okay, you have to expand. You have to expand, maybe this much size, make it bigger, make it bigger. Slowly, slowly, you have to make it bigger and bigger until this whole Dhamma hall. Okay, more bigger until maybe up to the sitting Buddha. Make it bigger, the whole monastery, the whole Nepal, the whole universe. So you have to spread it in this way. If it is unstable, when you're spreading, it might disappear. So if it disappears, again you bring the nimitta in the front, then you try to do again, expand again, slowly, slowly. So in this way, when you can successfully expand the nimitta everywhere, wherever you pay attention, you cannot pay attention outside the nimitta. Everywhere, the whole space is covered with this Kashina. Then you have to pay attention one place in your front and repeatedly focus on that area, knowing it as white, or earth, whatever you practice. So when you can do that, you will forget everything. Your mind will be first concentrated in access concentration. Then it will have absorption concentration. When you have absorption concentration through Kashina, it is the same. Absorption through Anapana, absorption through Kashina, only object is different. But the absorption is absorption. The object is different. Anapana will be here, Anapana. Kashina will be here, Kashina. But absorption, when you are absorbed, you will know only one object, only the Kashina. You will forget everything else. You will forget you are sitting here or there. You will forget how you are sitting, what position you are sitting, what you are doing. Everything you will forget. You will only know about this Kashina for a long time when you are in absorption. So this way you can practice any object, when you have concentration, you will have the second station. So now all of us, we are practicing to reach the end of the second station. The first station we already arrived. With Sila, we already arrived the first station. Now is our second station, concentration. So when we can attain concentration in this way, then our second station is, we arrive to second station. Then, after second station, then we can go to the third station. Third station, we will talk about the third station tomorrow, not today. Third station is tomorrow. So with this concentration, how it will help us to go to the third station. So this is the way to practice concentration and second station. So you are the driver. You should be skillful in how to make your mind peaceful, how to make your mind happy with staying only in one object. If you are skillful in that, it is not so difficult. It is only a time for you to learn how you should keep your mind in one object. So may you all be able to practice in this way, and may you all be able to attain concentration and purification of mind and Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Do the absorption we attain from whether Anapana, White Krishna or something else, do all the absorption, the strength is same or different?
Depends on yogi. For some yogis, Anapana is very strong. For some yogis, Kashina will be very strong. Depend on their past practice. If someone have practiced Anapana for many of their past life, their Anapana jhana will be better. Like the mind will be easily concentrated with Anapana. If someone have done Kashina in their past life for a long time, for them Kashina will be easier. Kashina's concentration will seem to be deeper, will seem to be more nice, like that. Even in Kashina will be different. Earth Kashina, water Kashina, depend on yogi. It is all person. Will be, it will be different. All the depending on the object, it will be different. But absorption is absorption. Absorption is the same.
Strength, same power.
Not same strength, not same power. Absorption is absorption. The feeling is same.
Feeling is same,
But
the
object will be different. Absorption is the same. But depend on object, it can be of quality. Quality can be different.
quality.
Experience is the same. Understand? Absorption experience is the same. Quality can be different based on objects.
In what sense quality? Like quality to do nama rupa, like that.
Quality can be like, to maintain the jhana is one quality. If you have good parami with Kashinas, easy for you to maintain Kashina absorption. Maybe for many hours, you can sit in Kashina easily. If your Anapana is good, Anapana will be very good. Kashina might be not easy to maintain. in this way. There will be different ways to understand, but experience, jhana experience is same, but quality and quality can be changed because of object, because of preferences.
But why there is not like green Koshina like that? I see the blue, red, everything, but there is no green like the color.
If you take green, it will become like a nila.
Like a blue?
Yeah.
Green will not come.
Yeah, you take green, it will change to blue. So
the green will not.
No.
Even we take green, will not.
Because green color is mix of blue and yellow. You mix blue and yellow, become green. So the base color is not green. The base of this color is blue and yellow, like that.
But the Nila Kasina, the actual color is like brown or black, right? It's not the real sky blue.
Blue, black, any okay. Any color okay. Brown, blue, black, whatever you take will be that Kashina. So whatever color you want to say, you can say.
So different yogi may see black or blue or brown with different experience.
Yeah, based on perception, based on their perception. It is just concept, perception.
Even one yogi from different period, he or she may experience different color. Like today is black, tomorrow maybe.
No. The concept of the perception is perception. Usually for many yogi is black. Is black Kashina. It will be very dark. The Buddha himself used this Kashina to make night happen. When the king Visuddhi want to go and kill all the Sakyans. So the Buddha found out, my lineage, my family, my bloodline is going to finish. This king is going to kill all. So the Buddha entered into black Kashina. The fourth jhana, he emerged and he determined, may there be night. Then everything become dark. No one can see each other. It was daytime, but because of Buddha's power of black Kashina, it become night. Not even night, it become black. Everything become black. So no one can see each other. So it is black Kashina. Okay?
So when Buddha coming down after teaching Abhidharma, he showed the great psychic power of a dual psychic power, like one and the fire. Is that using the power of these two kasina, water kasina?
Yeah. He entered into water Kashina, fourth jhana, emerging from that, determined, may water come out from my upper body. Then immediately he entered fire Kashina, fourth jhana, determined, may fire come out from lower body. Then upper body water, lower body fire came together. Only the Buddha can do this, to seem like together. Bhante Moggallana, he can do one at a time. If he he can make fire or he can make water from his body, one at a time. But the Buddha can do half fire, half water. One eye fire, one eye water. One nose, here from fire come out, here water come out. Like that. Here fire come out, here water come out. Like that. The Buddha can do. So even Bhante Moggallana could not do this. If Bhante Moggallana wish, he can do only one. If fire, then fire. If water, then water. But the Buddha can separate his body. Half part fire, half part water. Like that. He do many way. Upper part, lower body, then right side, left side, then even the holes and the hairs, like that. So he changed many way and seemed to be, like very beautiful together with the rays, 6 color rays. When he do this, it looked very beautiful. So everybody at that time want to become Buddha. There were, I don't know, maybe I think around 12 yojana maybe. People in each direction from 12 yojana, they were watching the Buddha. So everybody, and even the light shine up to the hell, up to the Brahma realm. So every human, it mentioned, who saw Buddha, want to become the Buddha. They wish to become the Buddha, like that. 12 yojana in each direction, full of people watching the Buddha show psychic power.
And just now you mentioned in the commentary, it said, if one yogi still have the wandering, so he or she should stay with the counting of the breath until one sit with no single breath. So for most of beginners, they have wandering days by day, month by month. So that means they should count the breath the whole day, whole month.
Yeah, if you practice like that, within 1 week your wandering mind will stop. Most of the yogis, they think counting breath is very low quality. So even maybe they count 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they let go the counting, right? Many people underestimate the power of counting. Usually, you should be diligent, honest. Honest. In Padhani Anga Sutta, the Buddha mentioned honesty is very important if you want to progress in meditation. So you should be honest with yourself. Okay, if you have to do counting, just do counting. Be honest. If one sitting, if the whole day if you have a wandering mind, the whole day just do counting. Until and unless you do not miss a single breath, you can do counting. Then your mind is ready. Okay, I do not have any wandering in this session. Either it be 30 minutes or 1 hour. I don't have wandering thoughts. Then okay, your mind is quite strong now to know the breath. So you do not need the support of counting anymore. But you do, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you do counting. You feel, okay, my mind is calm. I will let go counting. You will let go counting, immediately you will have wandering thought, right? That is everybody's experience. Everybody do in that way. You do counting 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then okay, your mind is calm, you think, now I will not have wandering thought. You let go counting, immediately you will have wandering thoughts. Then the next session again you do the same way. Next session again the same way. Is not beneficial. So the way is, until and unless you really don't have any wandering thought in the whole session. If you practice in that way, then you are for sure. 1 hour you don't have any wandering thought. You only know the breath for 1 hour. Although you are counting the breath, but you know the breath for 1 hour without any wandering mind. So that is already very good concentration. Then okay, you let go counting. You can stay with the breath. So that is the way. Usually, I don't think Sayadaws teach in this way, but if you do in this way, is also very effective.
I heard from another Bhante, he said you can even count the breath into Nibbana to encourage us. But what if someone keep counting and feel boring? How to adjust this kind of boring feeling?
You should not be boring. If you are counting, should not be boring. If you are boring with meditation, cannot progress. If you feel bored to practice meditation, you cannot progress. You should always be happy with your meditation. Usually when you are counting, you will not feel bored, because with Anapana, when your mind is peaceful, you will have piti and sukha. So with peacefulness, you will have piti, sukha, so you will not be bored. So when your counting is strong, you let go counting, then you can stay on the breath.
One day you said other method also, like Fusana, Thapana, can add some brief.
Ganana is counting. Then after Ganana is Anubandhana. So you can do counting. Now you have power of the mind. 1 hour with the help of counting, you do not have any wandering mind. Okay, 1 hour repeatedly. You do not have any wandering thoughts for 1 hour. Okay, you let go of counting, Anubandhana. Now you're fixing the mind only on the breath. Pusana means on the touching point. Okay? On the touching point, you are putting the mind, knowing the breath, binding the breath, anubandhana. You are binding the mind with the breath. So now you let go of the breath and you just pay attention to the breath, in and out, in and out. Because you already have strong mind, you will not have wandering thoughts. Although you have wandering thoughts, will be very weak, so you don't have to count again. You have the power. Then nimittas will appear. Until, when should you do this anubandhana and pusana anubandhana is until patibhaga nimitta. You have to practice this. Then when there is patibhaga nimitta, we go to thapana. No, thapana means fixing the mind on the nimitta. So when you can fix your mind on the nimitta, then up to jhana. So the mind is fixed in one object. You have jhana.
The reason the Kashina should be like circle is just for too easy to spread like that. Because the circle may be easy to spread.
No, Kashina means circle. The meaning of Kashina, Kashina. No, even you take this flower in your mind, it will appear as circle.
Appear as circle. But at beginning, if we make the Kashina circle, maybe
easy to see. But even if you take this, any shape in your mind will be circle.
Here's an online question. Dear Bhante, when we practice Anapanasati, we see the movement of the breath, but we still have to keep our mind focused on the point. Is it correct?
Movement of the breath?
Yeah, we see the movement of breath, but we still have to keep our mind focused on one point. In and out.
Okay, just keep your mind in this area. No need to be so fixed, one point here or here. No need to be so hard. No need to be so tough on yourself. Nearby nose, anywhere is okay. And just know the breath, in and out, anywhere. No need to be so tough. No, okay, I will only know over here. I will not move my mind from here. If you are doing like that, you will have tension. If you will have tension, if you are doing in that way. So just know the breath here. If you are knowing the breath, your mind is here. We are not breathing from here. We are not breathing from any other place of our body. If we are knowing the breath, our mind should be here. Should not go inside, that is one thing. But if we are knowing the breath, this is the only place to know the breath. You cannot know the breath from the eye. You cannot know the breath from the ear, right? We can only know the breath here. So if you are knowing the breath, your mind is here. So anywhere is okay. No need to be so fixed. Otherwise tension will arise.
In some other tradition, I heard, when we do inhale and exhalation, the belly will move. So the belly is a big area. It's easy to concentrate. So how is it like that? So focusing on here instead of focusing on belly is more easy because belly is a big area and it's easy to stay on it.
Okay, if you are focusing on belly, you are not practicing Anapana. Right? How can it be Anapana?
But they say it's related to the breathing. Because breathing without is related to breath movement.
But it is not Anapana.
But can develop concentration same way?
No. Puso kasing. Only on the place of touch where the breath enters. We have to keep the mind there. That is the rule. If we do not follow the rule, then we cannot progress. I don't know why they do here. This is not Anapana. We cannot say this is Anapana. Anapana is only here, on the nose. nostril. Parimukhang sating upatapetva, the Buddha's word, in front of your face, not in front of your belly. You put your sati in front of your face, here, not in front of the stomach.
Some yogi, when they are practicing anapanasati, sometimes some very clear image arise. So I want to know, for the practicing of kasina or even 32 body parts, what's the standard of the real nimitta arise that different from the imagination? So that must be, for example, the white kasina, it must be as seeing the real image with your eyes, but it arises in your mind. That's a standard of the nimitta of kasina or spiritual body part, right?
Too long.
Just to confirm.
The thing is, when you do anapana, so we have to know the touching of the breath. It's like a feeling. We have the feeling. So it is possible to go the sensation. If go sensation is then also not anapana, because it goes the sensation. They may feel some odd heaviness, tightness. So if you go there, also not anapana. But we are getting the sensation, but not going there.
Yeah.
So mind will naturally just figure out like that, because mind is feeling the sensation also.
Is wisdom, Bhante. Okay, how can? In the beginning, yes, we know the breath through touch, kaya dwara, no? So we know the breath through touch over here. But when your mind is strong, then you don't need the touch. Your mind can just know the pure breath. Okay, for just example is, okay, when we memorize something, first we need the help of the eye, right? We see some sutta. We use the eye, then with the mind we try to memorize. Again we see the eye, with the mind we memorize. Later we do not need the book. We can remember with the mind. So that is like eye door, mind door. But anapana is like, okay, body door, mind door. So the body door, you know the breath through the touch in the beginning. But you are not knowing the sensation, you are knowing the breath. The object of the mind is the breath. You are knowing the breath through the touch. But when your mind is strong, you do not need the touch anymore. It's like just repeating what you memorize already. When the mind has power, you do not need the help of the body door. You can just know the breath, pure breath, without the help of touch. So when you know this pure breath, that is also what we call nimitta. When the mind is strong, you know the breath here. You know that is nimitta. That is the only mental object from the mind. You know the breath through the mind.
So in that sense, at the beginning, so knowing the thought means feeling sense. We feel the sensation, then we know it is the thoughts there. So at the beginning we can say that it's not anapana, pure anapana. He's doing somewhat the conventional vipassana.
No, but although you know the breath by touch, you are knowing the breath. You are not
feeling sensation.
Yeah, but you are not knowing cold, heat, this or that. That is not your object. You just know the breath. You don't know, this breath is hot, this breath is cold, this is itchy, this is that. You are not doing that. Okay, you know the breath through touch, but you are not paying attention to the touch. You are only paying attention to the breath. So that is anapana, pure anapana. If you are mixing in this way, then that is problem. But we should not mix. That's why lakhana na pacha vikitabam. We should not pay attention to any characteristics when we are practicing anapana. Just pure breath. Okay, we should share merits. Idam me punyang asavakhaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbanasa pachayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba satanang ajimi te sabbe me samam punya bhagang labhantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.